Guys, we are going to be talking about Tamila Horsford. And before I get started, I have to do a disclaimer. I am not being paid for my opinion. The things that I'm going to say to you are my opinion and my opinion only. I'm not a police officer, nor am I a detective or a crime scene investigator. This is Tamila Horsford, a 40-year-old black mother of five who attended a birthday party in Cummings, Georgia. She was the only black woman in attendance, as you can see. She was the only black woman. This is going to have to be a part two because I made part one yesterday and I forgot to mention that Michael Christian, who was the chief detective on the case, he always felt like that crime scene had been staged. There was no blood on the crime scene. And with the injuries that Tamila Horsford had, a broken nose, a broken jaw, there should have been some blood at the crime scene. Michael Christian Snapchatted pictures of the crime scene to his girlfriend. He also Snapchatted pictures of her autopsy to his girlfriend, but when his girlfriend took that evidence to the GBI, they pulled the memory chip out of her phone and they smashed her phone. So there is no evidence of what Michael Christian Snapchatted to her. But Michael Christian always felt like that crime scene had been staged. He always felt like that. These are the women that were in attendance at that party. And they all have different stories to tell about what they believe happened to Tamila Horsford. And what I want to say is, I believe Tamila Horsford was murdered inside that home. Why did not the police go in there with some luminol and check for blood? Is it because she was a black woman in one of the most racist counties in the United States, Cummings, Georgia? Is that why they didn't check the house for her blood splatter? Because Tamila Horsford did not fall from that balcony. That whole scene was staged by allegedly Jose Barrero. And it's kind of creepy when you think about it. That Jose Barrera and Tamila Horsford were the only two up in that house. And he had the time to murder her, stage the scene, climb in the bed next to his then girlfriend, and just wait until somebody else discovered her body. Stacy claims that she left at 7:45. Well, how is it that she left at 7:45 out of the back door and she didn't see Tamila Horsford's body laying in the grass? Tamila Horsford's body was not discovered until 9 o'clock when some auntie that was living in the basement decided to get up and make her a cup of coffee. All of these women that were at that party all have a different story. But the main story is that Tamila Horsford, a mother of five, was murdered. And she was murdered in that home. And the murder scene was never secured. Those people were never asked to leave that home so that they could check for Tamila Horsford's DNA. And that's the sad thing about it. That this woman attended a pajama party at one of the most racist places in the United States and she ended up dead. If she had left at 12:30 when she decided to leave. Instead of letting these women talk her into staying, she might be alive today. Because this whole thing seems like to me to be a part of a movie scene, like The Purge or Get Out. I hate this for this mother of five. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you that the lead detective, Michael Christian, always thought that the scene was staged. He always felt like that her body had been moved. He always felt like that the injuries that she had were not consistent with a fall from that balcony. And the fact that they let her body lay out there for almost 3 hours before it was taken to the coroner, that is also disgusting. Why would the GBI destroy evidence that of the pics that Michael Christian had Snapchatted to his girlfriend? Why? Why wasn't Jose Barrera made to take a polygraph test? Why wasn't Jose Barrera tested for her DNA? They said they found his fingerprints on her cigarette pack. Of course they did, because he put them there. This whole thing is just unreal to me. It's really just unreal to me. The death of Tamila Horsford, a mother of five, killed at a birthday party in Cummings, Georgia. And none of these women know anything about it. Especially this one over here in the corner. When they asked her, was she passing out Xanax at the party, she said no. But Tamila Horsford did not have a prescription for Xanax. Only she did. So how did Tamila Horsford get Xanax in her body if she didn't give it to her? All of these women have different stories at this party. Stacy left at 7:45 in the morning. She had to have walked right by Tamila Horsford's body. Why didn't she report it? That somebody was laying on the backyard. This lady's husband picked her up at 1:47 because he found out that men were at the party. The lady on the laptop. But at the end of the day, Tamila Horsford is still gone. And somebody needs to pay for her murder. It's not too late, GBI. You can still go in that home with a luminol and find the droppings of her blood. Even if they have gotten rid of the sofa, even if they have thrown away everything in the kitchen, even if she was murdered in the bedroom that she was supposed to sleep in, it's got to be blood spattered in that house somewhere. And if Michael Christian, the lead detective on the case, felt that the crime scene had been staged, then it had been staged. And the GBI does not need to cover this up. Tamila Horsford was murdered. This was no suicide. All right, guys. Y'all stay healthy and stay blessed, and I'm out.